What is up, boys? It is 8:44 my time right now, Eastern time, and day 3 has just ended of the Swiss stage, and we actually have our 8 qualifiers for tournament play, and that would be Dig, Phase, Sandrock, Complexity, Team BDS, NRG, Endpoint, and Semper. The NV boys did not make it, which is quite unfortunate. G2 didn't make it. Vitality, some notable names. And yeah, some of the other regions did not make it. Furia, Renegades, Ground Zero, ERA, Tokyo, etc. But there are 4 EU teams, I believe, 3 NA teams, and then one Middle Eastern team in the final tournament bracket. I wish I could find it here. Oh, here it is. So we got Dig versus Semper is the first match. I'm going to go ahead and put Dig right there. Complexity and BDS, I'm going to take BDS. Complexity versus BDS on day 1, they actually played, and the series was incredibly close. And if we take a look at this BDS Complexity, we can actually see right here. I mean, OT, 1 goal, 2 goal game. Complexity won that, and then they barely lost 1 goal. So as you can see, that is a very close game right there. So that could go either way. Probably Dig versus Complexity or BDS, and I don't know. I think Dig is going to lose that. I think they had the easiest route. They played Tokyo, a really bad NV, and Semper, who I didn't think was that great. They definitely had the easiest route out of all the teams in the whole thing, and I mean that in every way possible. Like, I don't know. You let me know in the comments if you think I'm silly for thinking that, but those teams were performing incredibly weak. Jorias was playing good, however, I just think those teams were performing pretty bad. So not to take anything away from them, Dig is a great team, and I think they will make a good run tomorrow, but we'll see. Anyways, hardest run, by the way, I would like to go over. All these teams, I'd have to say BDS. BDS had to play Complexity, NRG, Phase, and Endpoint. Okay? Those teams are all crazy. I'm looking at some other ones. There's some good ones, but everyone's going to be good in this tournament, okay? Like, let's just pick someone for an example. Fuck it, Endpoint. Like Renegades, like Oceania. If you're not playing someone from NA and EU, you're automatically probably not having the toughest run. So when I see Renegades and I see like Vitality, 5th seed EU, Energy's good, BDS good. And then G2 was the 2nd seed, but they've been playing pretty sus all tournament long, so I don't know. I can't really say that. So I say BDS because NRG ended up qualing, Complexity qualing. Oh, and that's a great way to put it. All 4 of these teams qualled, right? Complexity there, NRG there, Phase there, and Endpoint there. So yeah, I stand my ground on saying BDS had the toughest route easily. So congrats to them. I think if they qual by beating all of those teams, I think actually they will have a great showing, and maybe they'll make the finals, and they will be Dig, and they will be Complexity, but we'll see. Anyways, I'll keep going. Phase versus Endpoint. Endpoint look incredibly solid. They're not a stylish team. They just play very well together. They don't make mistakes like that. Every team that they've played, they've had very close games. It usually doesn't go get out of hand, like get over 2 goals. Phase are playing on fire. They have beaten a lot of people pretty cleanly. And they get really hyped on land. That's the other point I wanted to bring up. Endpoint get pretty hyped. They have like the better mentality, but FaZe has like more momentum, if that makes sense. I think I actually do have FaZe winning that the more I think about it. So far we got Dig, BDS, FaZe, and then Sandrock versus NRG. I'll probably take. That's gonna be the best game of the day, bro. I swear to God. I want SRG. The whole world wants SRG, I feel like. But I think NRG is going to win. If you heard my predictions yesterday, you know that even though NRG lost 2, that they were going to come back and win all of them. And they did. They ended up winning Vitality and Ground Zero. Not even close. NRG actually lost both of their series. Every single game was a 1-goal game. So if we look at, let's see, BDS, they lost 0-1, they lost 1-2, and they lost an OT 0-1. So you can't really say like NRG and BDS like that 3-1 doesn't really say it was 3-1. They were all 1-goal games. Um, so let's keep going. What was the other one? Oh, NRG and Endpoint. 1-goal game they lost, 1-goal game they lost, and then 1-goal game they lost in OT. Although 3-4 is pretty poor. You gotta play a little better defense, but what do I know? I'm a shitter. And yeah, they perfect swept the fuck out of Vitality. If you watch that NRG Vitality, I knew that shit was gonna go down. Vitality looked awful. They were literally playing like it was Alpha Team Alpha 54. That should be Vitality 54. Just fucking call them that because Fairy Peak had food poisoning. K-Dop looked like a bot and just I don't know, man. They looked really bad. It was inevitable. So yeah, 6 shit, 1 shit, 2 shit, 9 goals. That's an issue, boys. Vitality got to get that fixed. But that's also a product of NRG being an incredible team. They should not like. That's pretty unlucky for Vitality to play them since NRG was 1-2. But it is what it is in the Swiss format. Let's oh, and then Sandrock, I guess, is the last team I will discuss here. Is there really anything to talk about? I don't know. Sandrock had an okay, like that 3-0 G2 is historic for me. I will always remember that. Everyone will always remember, like, wow, G2 really just went out there and got fucking rolled. And then they lost to Semper. 1 Furia and 1 Ground Zero, which they're 2 good teams. I watched Furia. I was very impressed with Yans and KOG, whatever his name is. But I wasn't very impressed with Card. I thought Furia had a lot of potential. It sucks it got swept by Renegades. And as for Ground Zero, Ground Zero looked good against Envy, but little did I know at the time, Envy was like, they're terrible. They were terrible. So Ground Zero was not a great team. They beat Renegades in Tokyo, but that's a pretty easy schedule right there. They're probably wishing they really got that Envy win because, damn, they wouldn't have to get swept by Sandrock and NRG. That would have been, like, imagine a weak Envy team, Tokyo and Renegades. Bro, that's fucking walking in for free. And then BDS has to play these 4 crazy teams, and they would both qual. Thank God they didn't qual. Like, I know that's a dick as fuck for me to say, but Ground Zero, like, I don't know. That would make me pretty mad if they were on the same grounds. Okay, for the rest of this video, we're going to look at Endpoint Game 4 versus G2. Reason I chose this game out of all the games that were played on day 3 of the major is because it was probably the most entertaining series that had potential to be kept close. I didn't think NRG and who was it? Ground Zero, I believe. It wasn't a good series. So I didn't pick a replay from that. I didn't pick Envy because they suck, or Vitality because they also sucked. But this could have gone both ways. G2 and Endpoint, both great teams. Just looking at Seiko's POV, he's got the nice Endpoint decal, little musty flick action. But all the boys actually wear the Endpoint decal, which is pretty cool. I think this decal is super clean. But yeah, let's take a look at the gameplay. A nice infield pass to Metza. A nice little challenge, and JNaps is kind of weird. Luckily that demo came through though, because if he didn't get demoed, I think someone was about to be there and shoot it. I noticed in like one of the other series that same exact situation happened. JNaps was in net, and they just like crossed the ball, and someone was there, and they just shot it. Goal. I don't know. It was very specific, but it's kind of deja vu. But this Endpoint team, even though they lost the first day as the 1 seed against I don't know who they lost against. It might have been like Renegades of all people. They've looked really good. I think they probably just had one bad game. They have a good mentality. They have a great like team, good foundation. They're a solid team. So they have like NRG potential, to be honest. They're not as good individually, I would say, but they're a good threes team, which probably sounds really stupid, but like they play threes really well. Like if I took Justin Garrett and Squishy in like 2s, I would never take anybody on Endpoint in 2s. That's almost a really nice shot by Seiko. Really simple, like double tap, but it's nice. But yeah, I don't know if that makes sense. Wait, this whole time I was talking about NRG and they're playing G2. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying anymore. I don't even know what I was talking about. Anyways, back to the game. Still 0-0. And this is a beautiful play from a relating wave to Seiko. And Metanoris gets a free cleanup. And I would rewind. But that was just a product of a pass play and a hard shot on net. A little panic on the saves. And yeah, it was just someone was there to just shoot it. I mean, a good shot. It's like hockey. A good shot on net will give you a good another shot on net and probably a goal. So them doing that pass play freed up the offense and the defense and allowed them to score that. So Seiko's going to stay right here. Relating wave chooses to dare dribble. Probably not the best play, but actually gave Metza a pretty good ball. Metza does the same exact thing. Seiko can't really follow up. Seiko kind of a dog shit challenge, but it made him do something. See, that's something I struggle with in threes. I feel like if I go for that ball, like, I don't know. I don't like going for that ball for some reason. Even this first man, but enough about me. This is Endpoint here, so don't really see too much happening right now from G2. Endpoint have been like pretty dominant in this game. That's it with a good challenge. Goes to JNaps. I love that play from Seiko. Holy fuck. He didn't go for it. Like, he didn't go for JNaps. He just waited to see what he would do with it. And then he cut it off. And now they're scoring. Like, this team's good. They don't do anything crazy. They're just good. They're just good. So we got 2-0. I don't know what the final scoreline is this game. G2 with a goal, actually. Didn't really see what happened there, but little mishaps from Endpoint, good pressure from G2, a little combination of both. But I don't know. Tomorrow's gonna be so fun, or when you see this video, Saturday, it's gonna be so lit. Sandrock NRG is gonna be so great. FaZe and who did FaZe play? Fuck, I forget. FaZe and Semper? No, I don't know. I already forget. But there's just so many good games. Wow, that was a bullet. Holy shit, that was nice. I remember G2 getting hyped for that goal. And that's another thing about these teams. Like, it's a lot of teams that land, but they be getting loud. It's so nice to see. Relating wave fakes it though. Seiko follows up. Meta, nice fake challenge there. Seiko playing this pretty interesting. He didn't really like rotate net and then just go at it. He kind of just stayed close to the ball and just kept it out. So good play from him. 100 boost back. Good patience. Good positioning. He doesn't go for that. I love that. Rips JNaps. Oh, and they kept this in the air. This was close. This was pretty close. Meta with a shot, but it's covered, and they spike it. So we got OT. See if they try any kickoff here. Seiko's going to go for this. It's a pretty good kickoff. Chicago got the piece of it, though. Could be weird here. Meta does meet the ball, though. Drees smokes Meta. JNap's already up. That's such good patience from Seiko. Just nerves of steel to just stay on the goalpost. Not panic, not go for it. He just catches it. Catches it right next to his net on land instead of hitting it away. Oh, that was close from JNaps. Or whoever shot that. That was JNaps. Speaking of which, he played the best this series. Seiko and JNaps played the best this series, easily. JNaps was hitting doublers in the first game. You couldn't really appreciate it. In this game, I don't even know who scored. I don't want to open the scoreboard yet. But it was the Seiko JNaps show. I mean, JNaps was balling. Seiko was just doing his normal thing. I really do think Seiko is like MVP potential. Like, he doesn't do anything crazy, but he's so good. He's just a really good player. But he's just so basic. It's kind of crazy. That was an opportunity for Chicago, actually. Relating wave fakes it to relating wave. Relating wave. Chicago gets dunked. And now they're all fist bumping, getting hyped as fuck. Look at them all stand still. They're just getting so hyped, bro. I want to actually see Chicago's POV. I'm surprised this goes in. Or is it Drees? Drees misses. Chicago just hits it right into him. That's unlucky. I'd be fucking pissed. Bro, that is so lucky. He just... That is so stupid, man. Look at this. Relating Wave's just dumb. He goes for this ball, which is like... That's a good play, technically. But like... God, man. Like, I would be trying to hit that if I'm Relating Wave. But he just whiffs because he's trying to be fast or some shit. And now he's here. He's in the perfect spot. The pass from Seiko. Really good play from Seiko, by the way. And then Relating Wave is just delays the shot, gets the dunk on Chicago because Chicago just fucking hits it right into him. Like, that's something. I guess he carried that game. I don't know, but wow, 13 shots from Endpoint. Nice Itachi pick, Seiko. And then let's do some quick math. 9, 10, 11 shots from G2. Wow, Drees with the carry that game. Actually balled the fuck out. Chicago not doing much statistically wise. And JNAP's just a little defense, and that's about it. But, alright, this is a good sized video. Just wanted to cover a replay from the other day that was one of my favorite games, had the most like hype around it. And yeah, I'll definitely be doing another video for the first day of playoffs, and then the second day probably going over like the championship. But yeah, let me know if you like this video. Make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Yeah, that's about it. All of you have a wonderful day. I hope you are watching this and not watching this YouTube video at the time it comes out, because this shit's lit. So yeah, all right, GG's boys, peace.